Hello, I'm T.O. This is the Living Workshop, and welcome to season 2 of this thing. So, I had a lot happen over the course of the summer. We're getting back into documenting and everything, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to kind of tell you all the stuff that has been happening since I've been away, and then pretty much everything we've kind of accomplished so far this year. It's getting close to my birthday, and so I like to recap and see what I accomplished during the year. So it was a good year in a lot of ways. We got a lot done. So first thing is the 3 things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my puppy Owsley, a little Australian Shepherd that I've been working with this whole time, helping train him, everything like that. It's been good. It's a lot of work, but it's obviously super duper rewarding because it's sweet having a well-behaved dog living with you. Second thing I'm grateful for is I'm healthy, so that's always good. A lot of people sometimes struggle with that, so, and I have, I'm sure, probably in the past as well. So it's just nice to kind of just take note when you're when you're doing well. So, as opposed to only noticing when you're not healthy. And then also I'm grateful for help from people who care. So I've had a bunch of people kind of give me hands here and there at various levels, so that's always helpful, and it's always nice to appreciate people that are giving a hand. So, yeah. So, first things first, we finished the Rishi Bonsai Bowl project. This right here is bowl number 100. So, there's this one, and then a series of probably maybe like 10 to 15 more of them that are currently growing, but all the bowls are turned. Project's pretty much mostly finished now, so that's really great. I've been working on it for 2.5 years about now, so it's nice to kind of finish it. Also kind of weird, but good. Yeah. So, so this guy's right here. This is number 100. So we're gonna have that hanging out there. We'll keep going with mushroom stuff. We have shifted gears now that that project's done, and what we're working with now is messing around with myco materials. So I've got this handy dandy. Oh nope, that's the flashlight thing. Let me go right here. Let me pull this one down. So we have these myco materials right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build a timber framed myco skinned demo structure. Not the easiest thing to say, but you know, it's like that's what happens when you have engineers design, or that's what happens when you have design. It's what happens when you have engineers come up with names for stuff, or my engineering part of my brain. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to make all these myco bricks. You can see this right here. This is just hemp herd and reishi, same as what's going on over here. And we took this and we went to like a home goods type place, and we purchased something like this. We drilled some holes in there, and then we grew it in there, and then we popped it out. Came out really well. So some good things about the myco materials. They're hydrophobic, and they also don't like to be on fire. So I could probably take a blowtorch and kind of like blowtorch this thing, and it would probably burn a bit, but it wouldn't catch and go all up in flames, which is good for insulation. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a doghouse for Owsley, and we're going to use this material as the walls. And then we're going to try to develop a test to be able to figure out what the R value is of it compared to some of the other stuff that my house is built out of, like wood chip and like clay, wattle and daub, adobe bricks, cob, things like that. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. Also, we made this myco lamp. Pretty sweet. Went to like a thrift store essentially, and found one of these old, what they're called is parlor lights. I didn't know what they were called before, but they're called parlor lights, and they're also called hurricane lights. This is the thing that makes it a hurricane light. This glass shade that covers what was originally a light or a flame, an an oil flame that was coming up. So this would keep it from getting blown out. That's where that comes from. So I took it. There was a hollow piece of glass that was in this exact same shape. So I simply filled that and then let it grow and then cracked it because it needs more air to breathe, and kind of slowly pulled that off until only this was remaining. So it came out pretty cool. Came out really cool. Working with trying to find people who do 3D printing to be able to 3D print me some clamshell forms so that I can not have to break pieces of glass in order to make things. So that's it on that's kind of the main thing on the growing front. Oh yeah. I sold 12 pounds of lion's mane and 10 pounds of chestnuts to a local catering company, a local chef that I know. He's a great guy, and he asked me to provide him all mushrooms so that he could make one of the main dishes was involving mushrooms and stuff. So it was featuring all my mushrooms, which was great. It was great for me to grow them down here and to actually have to supply them at like a set time, which did take, like anything you do it the first time, it takes a little bit. So, but we did do that. That was also great in terms of mushroom stuff. We did the, I haven't talked to you, I forgot I haven't talked to you in so long. We went to MycoFest down in PA. So, thank you, William, for letting me come down there and do a little talk on this whole project. Went really great. Also met some parts of the members of the Fungal Matters crew. They're coming out with a book in 2026 called Fungal Matters, and it talks all about like micromaterials. They're really science driven. It's a great book. I can't wait for it to come out. So yeah, and so it was really good meeting somebody that's also kind of like doing this sort of stuff and being able to rap back and forth with them and talk about stuff. And turns out that a couple of my pieces will be published in that book, so that's also kind of cool. Funny how that stuff kind of works out. What else did we do? Oh yeah, I got my art displayed at a store. There's an apothecary. It's up in Maine, and they are displaying a couple of my art pieces with a little blurb thing that explains the whole project. Super cool. Super grateful for them doing that for me. Yeah, we did some training. We've been doing training with Owsley. Yeah. We also went to Fantastic Forage in New Hampshire. It was their 10th annual event. Went there. It was great. Actually sold some tinctures, which I should probably start having up here, which is really cool because when I first started doing this, I was really just bringing the art around. I didn't have anything to sell. That wasn't like the main. I was just trying to show people stuff and share stuff. But turns out that people actually want to buy some stuff off of me so that they can help kind of support the project, which is great, and I'm super grateful for. So we had to do that. So we did that. That's what we updated for this season, and yeah, and we actually sold a couple $100 worth of stuff. So that was really cool, really great, especially going from selling maybe one or two to selling much more. It's a great directionally what's going on there. Yeah. So we just wrapped up doing I did a 5-minute presentation on the Living Workshop at this course I've been working on. I think I was talking about it before I went on a little hiatus. From Regen Intel. They're a really neat company that's doing a lot of climate work and helping to build regenerative systems and things along those natures. So I wanted to do a 5-minute talk about that. Just did it a couple days ago, and I figured now that I just did that, I should probably get back into this. And also the seasons are changing, so it's about time to switch back into inside the house and more aptly get back into the computer world. I tend not to want to mess with any computer stuff or deal with anything really during the peak of the summertime because the main summer is quite short. So it's kind of like get all the stuff done while you can get it, and also get in your sunshine, get all that stuff done, and then wintertime slow down, come back in, figure out what worked, what didn't work, what we accomplished, what we want to accomplish next year, and just kind of get into the head and kind of mess with some technology stuff. We are up and running with the home assistant. That's what we've got right here. We've got Lyra, my lab assistant. She's hanging out right here. Let's see if we can get her to say something. Hey, Lyra, what time is it? Hey, Lyra. Hey, Lyra. Oh, shoot. I gotta say Nabu. Okay, Nabu. What time is it? I'm not gonna edit this out. 4:42 p.m. See that? See that? She said 4:42 p.m. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Still trying to figure all that stuff out, but this is the second spiral around messing with all the home assistant stuff. So working out more of the kinks. Ideally, next season we'll have everything. We'll have the grow room set up with all the sensors. We'll have our garden set up with all the sensors and kind of like automated so that we can kind of like track pretty much what's going on. Kind of simplify things maybe a little bit. Who knows? Maybe it'll complicate it with all the technology, but that's what we're doing. We're building a solar punk workshop. So we need the technology. We got to blend it in with the living stuff. So this is Lyra. She's gonna be hanging out there. It'd be cool if I could get her to like move around or whatever. I can do that if I do that with this, but you know, it's kind of defeats the. Whoa, shoot! What happened there? Kind of defeats the purpose if I do it with my hand. But I don't know. Still working on that. All right. Well, yeah. So that was it. So here we go. Here we got a micro block dried. And then here we have one of the micro blocks growing. I'm just letting it grow as long as it will grow. And it's starting to kind of fruit out some reishi, which is pretty cool. I want to see if I can fruit that stuff out, harvest that, and then dry the block, and then use the block. That'd be good. It is taking quite a bit longer than it took to do this one. Makes sense. Okay. But very cool. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Yeah, so this season is pretty much just going to be a lot of micromaterial stuff. I need to make some molds and just kind of get much more familiar with this process and making some cool stuff. Ideally, maybe we sell it or teach some classes, things like that. And still working on presenting some sort of short little presentation to kind of like bring all this stuff a little bit tighter together so that people can understand it a little bit better and I can explain it a little bit more succinctly. That was part of what the Regen Intel course was for, and I did do that. Helped me make a presentation, which I haven't done probably since college, and use get all the cards and things like that. And I had the AI. I did have AI help me with it. If you got to do something for no money, unfortunately, that's the easiest way to kind of get it done. I wish I could have somebody that I could pay to just do that stuff, but I'm not there right now. So we're using the AI in as little as possible. The home assistant eventually will get entirely locally hosted, so that all the processing and stuff like that happens on a computer in the house, which will be nice, and also won't help contribute to all the AI stuff that's going on now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is pretty much just me trying to get back into the mode of doing this every day, getting back to talking in front of this camera with nobody there. So yeah, that's it. That's what I got. Let's see if I can turn this thing off and turn this thing back on and turn that off, and let's see if maybe the video is still recording. Hopefully. I have no idea how long I've been talking for. We'll see whether or not this is even doing anything. All right, but either way, that's what I'm up to. What are you up to? And what small task can you accomplish today that's going to bring you one step closer towards your vision of a better future? All right, I'm T.O. This is Live and Workshop. I'll catch you. Oh, we're going to do it like once a week. I can't be doing this every day. I can't be doing this every day. It's way too much. I'll see you next week. All right. Thank you.